everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Conversations with Kelsey. We are back on the couch, chilling, comfy, cozy. So if you are tuning in and you're chilling at home, grab a drink, maybe some popcorn, because today's episode is going to be hopefully a little entertaining and insightful. I am hanging out with my favorite koozie, Cheesehead for life, no matter where I am, sipping on some bubbly. So, today's episode, it is all about what it is like to be single in the year 2020. And I thought this was kind of a nice transition from my last episode where I talked about my journey through my 20s. And a lot of it is the relationships that shaped me through that decade. And that kind of transitions into how I am single now. So I thought it would be, like I said, insightful, entertaining, disturbing, shocking, I don't know, all of the different emotions to explain to some of you who are not single what it's like, what we deal with, what we struggle with. And my community out there that is single, I feel for you. I'm sure you are like, yes, girl. It is terrible. It is weird. It's exciting. So I just want to say I apologize to the fellas out there. Since I am a woman, this is a little bit one-sided. My bad. It would be great to have a man's perspective just to kind of spice this up. But hey, maybe that'll be a different episode. So I have, you can just see the little tip of his head. Got my Rocky hanging out here with me. Yeah, all right. So being single right now in 2020, the world of Snapchat and apps, websites. There's a lot. There are apps out there for any gender, shape, size, age, whatever that you can use to meet people. You have your older classics like eHarmony, Match.com, newer, more risque things like Grindr, Tinder. There's Bumble, Hinge. Oh man, literally the list goes on. There are so many things which I didn't even realize until I was poking around just to see what is out there on my Google Play Store, and wow, there's a lot. So the nice thing is these apps allow you to, you don't have to try and just be in a relationship. They allow you to find a friendship. They allow you to maybe network for business, things like that. So I do really like that option. You can have icebreakers with different questions like your favorite movie or your favorite food, things like that. And it just allows it to be a little bit more entertaining, not so awkward. And those are the things that I have enjoyed, is those conversation starters and really getting to know someone and their interests. I have found that I have a lot in common with people, and then unfortunately you see them and they're just really not quite your type, which is frustrating. And that is something that I really struggle with as a single woman, is finding somebody that actually gives you butterflies, makes your heart pitter patter. I have made the mistake in the past where I've tried to make a relationship work where I wasn't really attracted to somebody, and that's hard, you know. So I don't want to make that mistake again. I want to see my future significant other and be excited when I see them. And that is just, I hate it. I feel like I'm such a picky person, but I can't control what my brain's doing up here, what I find attractive and what I don't. But, you know, if the universe could maybe work with me a little bit better, like I'll wait here, just hanging out. So that is a struggle. That is why I am single, is finding somebody that I'm attracted to, that I have things in common with. It's really hard. They're far and few between that have all of that going for them. It is also tough to find someone who's normal. This is where it gets a little bit disturbing. PG-13, mom, look away, sorry. But I'm going to take you through a journey into the worlds of dating apps. So, there are plenty of men out there who have no problem sharing their junk as a profile picture. That is like, where you have a nice photo of yourself. No, it is surprise. Here's my package. Oh, lovely. And then you have those ones who are married and are looking for a side chick, or drumroll, a threesome. Those are my favorite. Those who just blatantly ask for those things. I actually, fun story, had someone, it was like 10 o'clock in the morning on, I don't know, a nice Sunday morning. And, hey, how are you? Hi, I'm great. Oh, would you be interested in a something? And I had to Google it because I didn't know what they were talking about. Come to find out, it was a threesome. Delete, block, nope, thank you, that's no. And then you get the ones who are into fetishes, and that is something that's been new to me as a single person, is the amount of people who are into really weird things. So oh God, this is just why you kind of give up on a dating app, delete it. I don't know, just keep swiping, you get a little traumatized. But, it's entertaining. My girlfriends and I can laugh about it. And you realize that there are some very interesting people in the world. So, yeah, those are things maybe to not do, fellas. I'm sure there are women who maybe enjoy those things, but for the rest of us, no thank you. Maybe like, hi, nice to meet you. You look pretty. Can I take you out to dinner? Tell me about yourself. What happened to those nice conversations? Yeah, so another reason to be single for a very long time is the world of online dating is uncomfortable. So there's that. Also, it is it's hard. I find now that I've moved, being in Wisconsin, it was easy to meet somebody because there was literally a bar on every corner. I mean, my hometown, 4 bars, boom, 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 right in a little block radius. So you go have some cocktails, get some liquid courage in you. Well, you met someone. Down here in the South, where I live, it was a dry county 2 years ago. So there's not bars, there's churches and maybe some restaurants, but I have yet to kind of figure out where people meet each other when you don't have a bar to go get a little tipsy at and have the courage to say, hi, how are you, to somebody and break the ice. Good old Wisconsin way of living. It definitely is different in other parts of the world. So that is just something that's also a little bit of a roadblock. And when you have been in relationships for a long time, that's something some of my other friends and I have talked about, is you forget how to date. Somebody tries to talk to you and they say, hi, how are you today? And you're like, I have a birthday next month, thank you for asking. What? Where does that come from? You forget how to talk to somebody. You forget what dating is. And a lot of guys, unfortunately, it's not about dating. It's just jumping into sex. There's that too. So this is just, of course, my perspective from my generation. I don't know what it's like to be 17, 21. I don't know what that experience is like trying to date, but I can envision it's very much just on Snapchat. You type to each other and probably don't ever actually see each other because nobody really communicates anymore in this world of technology. So with that being said, please hug your significant other. If you got a good one, be very thankful because times have changed and they're strange, very interesting. But that's the lighter side of things. That's a funny side of trying to date right now in the year 2020. The more serious side of things is that technology has allowed for this abundance of unfaithful relationships, which also makes it really hard to try and find the person you want to spend your life with because of apps like Whisper and Kick. Kick was an app I knew nothing about, and I found it on my ex's phone and realized he was having a relationship with some other chick. I actually had to ask somebody what Kick was, didn't know. And that's how I discovered there's this world of apps where you can be completely anonymous and be unfaithful. So you're competing with that. And we, of course, always live on our cell phones. It's at the palm of your hand to be unfaithful. And that is a whole new door that was open 10 years ago when Snapchat came out. You know, conversations were deleted, pictures were deleted. You could do a lot of damage, and you still can. And it's just something that I carry with me in my generation and younger, is this world of very scary technology. It is heartbreaking to know how many people abuse it for those reasons. And, you know, God, I remember, you know, porn used to be the thing that everybody worried about. And now it's, you know, they're not fantasy anymore. They're very real people. And that is, like I said, the heartbreaking side, the struggle of being single and trying to find someone who's actually faithful, who's actually loyal, and you don't have to check their phone. You don't have to question who they're talking to, what they're doing. It's painful. And I get really bitter towards technology because of that lack of trust it has caused. And women being so emotional, we are such emotional creatures. You know, it's really hard for men because we do constantly second guess them. And that's a struggle in new relationships, is trying to find somebody you can trust in this healthy relationship where you have open communication. And you know, a lot of relationships fizzle out because of that lack of trust and being able to talk through it. So it's ugly. That is a very ugly side of things. And it's also why I hate, oh my God, do I hate when somebody asks me for my Snapchat name? What happened to old school? Hey, can I get your number? Or call? Nobody calls. Nobody talks on the phone to get to know you. It's no texting. Like, I miss just somebody sending a picture. Now everything's on Snapchat, conversations on Snapchat. And I could rant about this for days. Do not try and have a conversation with me on Snapchat. It deletes. I forget what you said. I have to put in an effort to try and save it. And I am so glad that the older generation probably doesn't understand what I'm saying. That is a blessing. Be thankful you do not know, because it is a pain. It is such a pain. So don't get me wrong. I love Snapchat. I really enjoy technology. Obviously, I'm here using social media. I'm on this platform because it has so many good things. But there are a lot of ways to abuse these different platforms. So, like I said, to those people who are there, who are single still, I feel for you. I really do, because it is a roller coaster. It is so difficult to meet people and meet the ones that you're interested in, meet the ones who are actually going to be a life partner, a real relationship. If you're looking for a hookup, there's a lot of different options for that. But somebody who's serious and genuine, it's very much a struggle. Like I said, it's a weird world out there. People would be, like I said, you just are shocked to hear what kind of humans there are out there and how weird they are, or unique, whatever you want to say, depending on what you're into. I don't know. But I would love to hear some of your comments. Please drop a comment in this YouTube video and let me know what are some of maybe your horror stories or funny stories, or, you know, really good feel-good stories. I want to know how you're coping, how you're managing, what you're doing, because it is a time of, like, it's confusing, it's complicated, it's exciting. There's just a lot of emotion that goes into being single right now in this day and age. So let me know how you're dealing with it. So like I said, hug your significant other. If you are not, if you're in a great relationship, go for it. If you are new to being single, brace yourself. I warned you in this video what the world is like, but don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll add my email to this as well so we can connect. All right, you guys, have a good day.